We'll call this meeting to order, the Blackhawk County Board of Supervisors for February 15th, 2022. Roll call.
Leyland?
Here.
Little?
Here.
Schwartz?
Here.
Trelka?
Here.
White?
Here. Have a moment of silence to reflect on our actions of the day. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Have the agenda received as proposed or as amended?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Public comments? Anyone out in the boardroom here? No, nobody from the public. Anybody online? Hearing none. Claims and payments. Mr. James?
This week's expenditures total $430,158.07. The Sheriff's Department makes up $195,185. ARP funds come to a total of $94,964. Secondary roads $33,169, and finally maintenance $37,473. Everything looked normal.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on any items? Hearing none, it's a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Little?
Yes.
Schwartz?
Yes.
Trelka?
Yes.
Leyland?
Yes.
White?
Yes, resolution adopted. Minutes. Next is receive project updates from department heads and elected officials. Morning, Kathy.
Good morning, Board. Kathy Nicholas, County Engineer. The roads are in good condition today. This morning, I just wanted to talk for a few minutes about, last week I mentioned that I could present to you in 2 weeks some needs that could be possibly spent with ARP money. I would like to push that deadline back for several weeks to at least late March for several reasons. If you recall, every year the engineer by the Code of Iowa has to submit the 5-year plan and their future budget. That has to be submitted by April 15th. So in late March, I'm coming to you with the 5-year plan for you to sign off on. Also, your space needs study should be better along by late March. And then a couple of other reasons why. There's a few proposals in the Iowa legislature that are dealing with the local option sales tax, for example, that could affect future road projects. So for those reasons, I'd like to defer the comments about using ARP money on any type of infrastructure projects until late March. Do you have any questions, or do you want to give me any direction on that possibility?
No, that works for me. So for others,
Okay with me.
yeah.
I'm not in favor of doing anything right now with as high as gas prices are and everything else. Wait till the prices go down until we can get a better price.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
Thank
thank you,
you.
Kathy.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Craig.
Yes, sir. Morning, Mike.
Good morning. Mike Hendrickson, Director of Blackhawk County Conservation. Just wanted to mention very quickly that Maple Syrup Festival will take place this year over at Hartman Reserve Nature Center. And the dates will be the 11th, 12th, and 13th. We do have a few restrictions as far as numbers go, just for the safety of our own employees. We will be having hour-long sessions. I believe there will be 2 on Friday and about 6 on Saturday and about 6 on Sunday, but we'll be limiting those to an hour. And we will be selling 60 tickets per hour. And as we move those people through, we'll move the next group in. And I think it'll be, our numbers won't be there like we would like it to be, or like they have been in the past, but that's for next year or the year after that, or whenever we can open things up again. But we're just happy that we're able to do it. So tickets can be purchased online on blackhawkcountyparks.com. And or if anybody has any trouble using the system, we'll take care of it here in the office on Airline or over at the Nature Center. But just wanted to let everybody know that the Maple Syrup Festival is going to happen. That's all I've got.
Thank you, Mike. Any other department heads online? Anybody else online? Hearing none, minutes approved for February 8th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. We got a hearing at 9:05 on the hearing proposed ordinance number 145, amending ordinance number 144. Next is consent agenda by resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on any of these items? Hearing none, this is the resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next is other business. This is a resolution to approve the request for purchase of capital equipment submitted by LU IT Director, $15,058.56 to purchase
So moved.
6 HP Elite books. Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? Al?
You, IT Director. Yeah, this is just computers for the Health Department. This was from a grant recently that they received. That's where the funds will come from. So any questions regarding these?
No, that was one of my questions. So this ARP are budgeted, so thank you.
Any other questions from the three supervisors online? Hearing none, this is a resolution. Please answer as your name's called.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next is a resolution to approve the request for purchase of capital equipment with ARP funds submitted by LU IT Director, $10,080 to purchase Cisco network switch, 20 monitors, 10 Dell docking stations, and 100 hard drives, and mounting brackets from CDW and Amazon.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion. Al?
Yeah, these are just purchases for things that we need to move forward with certain projects. The hard drives will definitely increase the performance of a lot of the computers in the county. The switch in particular is needed for us to move forward with a file server upgrade. Any questions on that?
Oh. Any questions from the three supervisors online? Hearing none, this is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted.
Thank
8C is a motion to amend the minutes of January 11, 2022 as follows. Under discussion, possible board action, consideration of all aspects of fiscal year 23 Blackhawk budget. At the end of the second paragraph, change 4.5% for the auditor, treasurer, and recorder to 4.5% for the auditor, treasurer, recorder, and supervisors.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion on this item? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Next is discussion, possible board action, consideration and approval of fiscal year 22 contract for services with Iowa Legal Aid, and upon all parties entering into contract for services restoration and payment of previously unpaid amounts granted to Iowa Legal Aid in fiscal year 2022. Total amount previously approved was $15,000.
I move to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion on this item?
Is there, I was going to say, I think they were supposed to have individuals here that maybe wanted to speak.
Is somebody here from Legal Aid?
I'm here. I'm Carrie O'Connor. I'm the interim managing attorney of the Waterloo office. I'm here if you have questions, but I'm certainly happy to accept the money without wasting any more of your time if that's preferred.
Any questions for Carrie?
I'd just like to say that I think it'd be great to have periodic updates from these boards that the board is allocating money to, rather than the day we're actually allocating the money. I think it'd be more beneficial for the citizens if they could hear throughout the year on what actually they do and their monies and so forth.
Yeah, also good for us, I think, too, Tom, so thank Yeah, we've been happy to do that. If there's
somebody you want me to reach out to in order to get that scheduled, and you want to give me an idea about how often you'd like those updates, we're happy to send someone and provide you periodic updates. We are, we're very busy in Waterloo, especially with the help desk, and we'd be happy to provide some updates on all that, whatever you'd like.
I think quarterly, does anybody think any different than quarterly? I think that would be sufficient.
Okay, I will set that up with, we have some contacts from the person who reached out to get us scheduled for this meeting. We'll reach out to them and get that scheduled.
Okay, thank you, Carrie.
Thank you.
Hearing any further discussion, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Next is discussion of possible board action, consideration and approval of fiscal year 2022 contract for services with Northeast Iowa Food Bank, Cedar Valley Food Pantry, and upon all parties entering into contract for services, restoration, and payment of previously unpaid amounts granted to Northeast Iowa Food Bank, Cedar Valley Food Pantry in fiscal year 2022. Total amount approved and granted was $33,000.
So moved. Move to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion. Barb, anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, I presented to the board earlier this year. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. I do want to point out with the disaster proclamation ending in the state of Iowa beginning April 1st, SNAP benefits will be reduced, meaning my guess is that there will be an increased need for pantry services, not only here in Blackhawk County, but throughout the region we serve, and we're preparing for that, but your support is appreciated. Happy to give updates quarterly as you wish. Any data that you need, just let me know anytime. But I want to thank the Board of Supervisors for their past support, and the continued partnership moving into the future.
Thank you.
And I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions from any of the supervisors? Hearing none. All in favor, or I got a motion, right?
Yes.
All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Thank you, Barbara. Next is discussion, possible board action, consideration and approval of fiscal year 2022 contract for services with Riverview Center, and upon all parties entering into contract for services, restoration, and payment of previously unpaid amounts granted to Riverview Center for fiscal year 2022. Total amount approved and granted was $5,000.
Move to approve.
Second.
Riverview, you online? Oh, that's Riverview. Oh, thank you.
The mask.
Yeah.
Hide you.
Didn't recognize you.
Hi there. My name is Gwen Bramlett-Hecker. I am the Iowa Program Director, and I am also the current Interim Executive Director for Riverview Center, and very much appreciate this opportunity to revisit this and request these funds. One of the things I don't think I've mentioned before, but that why these funds are so important to us is, and this just happened over the weekend a couple different times, oftentimes in rural Blackhawk County, we have survivors that need to get to the hospital after they've been sexually assaulted, but they don't have transportation. And this funding really does allow us to get our staff to them, pick them up, bring them into the local hospitals. This weekend we actually had a situation where we did that. Once we got to the hospital, they actually didn't have a kit to do, so my advocate then had to travel to another hospital to pick up a kit to bring it back. So this kind of funding really helps us with that kind of travel that really gets survivors to the services, the medical services that they need. So again, like Barb said, I'm here if you have any questions, but I just really appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you.
And I'd assume quarterly works for you as well, so anything, thank you.
Any further discussion on this? Hearing none.
I see where you had a change of leadership at the top. Can you elaborate on that?
Oh.
Yes, Joey Taylor, who was our previous executive director, she resigned her position as of February 4th. So I am serving as the interim executive director, co-executive director with my colleague, my counterpart in Illinois, Ann Heim, who is also the Illinois program director, because we serve Joe Davies in Carroll County in Illinois as well. Both Ann and I have been in our positions for quite some time, and the board is actively searching for the replacement at this time.
Okay, and the last question I have, do you have a list of how many residents You actually serve in rural Blackhawk County?
Oh, yeah, I can get that for you if you'd like. We have, like, as I said before, we have it all broken down by county, by zip code, by service, by within 15-minute increments. So I can definitely get that to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hearing no, Chris, did you have a question?
No.
Okay. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. It is now 9:15. This is 9:05 hearing, proposed ordinance number 145, amendment to ordinance 144. Motion to receive and place on file proof of publication of notice of the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Motion to waive the first reading as notice was published on February 10th, 2022 in the Waterloo Courier in accordance with the requirements of the Code of Iowa, and publication was approved on the proposed ordinance number 145 entitled Amendment to Ordinance number 144 establishing the election precincts in Blackhawk County.
So moved.
So moved.
Moved, moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. This is a motion to close the hearing after oral written comments are received and placed on file. Any written ones, Tim?
Second.
Any written comments, Tim?
No, sir.
Okay. No one from the public either, Tom? So, hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. This is a resolution to suspend the rules requiring the Board of Supervisors to consider and vote on the proposed ordinance at 2 prior meetings.
So moved.
So moved.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next is an ordinance adoption, that ordinance number 145 entitled Amendment to Ordinance number 144 establishing the election precincts in Blackhawk County, Iowa be hereby approved.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none. This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next is discussion, county preparedness and possible updates for COVID-19. Good morning.
Good morning, Caitlin Emmerich with Blackhawk County Public Health Deputy Director. I just have a couple of updates. First, on our case counts for COVID. We are seeing a decrease in our 14-day percent positivity. It's currently at 20.6%, which is about an 8% decrease from last week. We're also seeing a decrease in our rate of cases per 100,000 people. We're currently at 207 cases per 100,000 people, which is down about 160 from last week. And there are currently 441 deaths due to COVID-19, which is an increase of 7 deaths from last week. In terms of vaccine status, 66.6% of the Blackhawk County residents are fully vaccinated, with 71.1% age 12 and over receiving at least one dose. Also, a couple just other updates. This week there will be changes to the daily reporting of Blackhawk County COVID-19 cases. As of the 16th, we'll no longer be able to report percent positivity due to state reporting changes. So instead, we are going to be reporting the 7-day positivity based on positive lab confirmed cases per 100,000 population. But the other daily reporting numbers will continue to be unchanged.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? Hearing none, any reports or information from the board?
I would think, just as a comment, I would think we approved funding, for the 23 public purpose agencies. So one of our next steps would be making sure we have an application process in place and get that online, so people can apply for that in the next couple of months, since July 1 will be here for soon.
Sounds good. Having nothing else to come before us, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
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 We are adjourned.